So today I'm joined by a very exciting guest from 90 Day, The Single Life, Molly Hopkins. Hello, Molly.
Hi, how are you?
Good. So
Yeah.
the relationship with Kelly, you said right off the bat, is different. So what separated him from other guys that you've dated in the past?
Honestly, well, first of all, I really didn't go seeking someone. I had really been okay with the fact that I might be single for the rest of my life. And I was fine with that because I found true self-love. And when he came into my inbox, sending me a message, just his whole approach, everything that he said to me was really not about sex. It wasn't a DP. It was nothing disgusting. He really had taken notice to who I am and what I do for a living. And at that time, I was doing a charity event for some underserved females. And the way that he responded to what I was doing was what caught me to him. I've never had a man in my life tell me they were proud, keep doing what you're doing. You're a rock star. You're amazing. Thank you for serving the community. And I have a servant's heart. And I feel like when he said that and then he was consistent with it, it was not, may have been his approach. But once I got to know him and we spoke and everything that we've been through, he's the same way and he supports me in my endeavors and he's proud to be on my side. So that's what's different. The fact that he sees who I am as a real person and not what he can get from me.
Are you open to talking about that conversation you had about children? That was I think that it was a tough conversation that you're both open with the communication, obviously, that he wants to have kids and you don't want to have any more kids.
I don't like to have my kids.
I can't. My tubes, they're tied.
That's a major factor for me.
Was there anything in that situation that fans didn't necessarily see air on the episode?
I can talk about it, but it's emotional for me. And not from a space of, I don't want to, I can't.
Mm-hmm.
And had I had someone like him that I know is an incredible human being and would be an incredible father, just based on what he's been through and how I see how he loves his friends' kids, my kids, just loves in general. I think for me, it's a situation of I really wanted to not be the reason why he couldn't if he wanted to. And I also wish that we could. It's not that we can't, but we just can't. I mean, financially, physically. I mean, I really was like, hey, babe, can't you meet some really hot girl that we can pay and y'all can just go do the thing and she'll give us the baby? I mean, that's not conventional at all. And he looked at me and he was like, did you just give me permission to go get some from another girl? And I'm like, more or less, because at that moment I was like, what are our options? And there've been people coming in and saying, you know what, if you really want to do this, we specialize in IVF. We can do this, that, and the other. And I was like, I'm going to tell y'all what the doctor told me. Them eggs, they might be in there, but they're like hard-boiled ones that have sat in the fridge for a couple of days. And when you open them up, it's not yellow anymore, boo. It's gray. Oh. I mean, I still very much know because I can feel when I ovulate, right? That's normal for women. But it doesn't mean they're good ones. And I did not want to give false hope to him. It's not even really that I didn't even want to, but I can't. It's not. And I talked to my doctor about it and I said, I'm just going to get the final word. But because I know what an amazing man he is and how awesome he would be. Plus, we would make adorable babies. He's cute. I make pretty girls, that's the only reason.
After your friends have gone to get to know Kelly more, are they supportive now? They obviously put him in the hot seat because they love you and they're protective of you as well, which is so good to see that there's so many people in your life that really look out for you. But how is their relationship with Kelly today?
It's awesome. And it's simply because I made it very clear. I made it very clear with my bestie, Nat, and my other girlfriend, that I spend a lot of time with Nat. And I needed him to understand that that's my dude. He's not my dude, but that's my dude, that's my guy. So I needed them to develop a relationship so that Kelly didn't feel any kind of way and that he knew and that we're not up to stuff. Well, we've been up to stuff sometimes. not now, and not where we're going. And it was important for me to have them a good relationship, because there's a lot of guys that they won't go hang with you and your gay bestie or do things, or they don't understand that dynamic. But it was actually really great for Kelly, because when he got clowned about his gear on national television, he came back and stepped it up.
Yeah, I saw that. And him
Really
and Monster were
about a gay guy telling you your clothes suck. You should be grateful that you have somebody that wants to help you get your shit together.
I love that. Well, and it's so good to see that Kelly's respecting everyone in your life and really warming up to them and wanting to be such a full part of your life. I think that's a really meaningful note, that he wants to get to know the Molly off of TV. So yeah, congrats on finding someone like that. And I guess congrats to him for finding you, because you obviously they can't do it.
Well, you know what? It's also a thing where it's like, he's also very strong and he doesn't deal with any crap. And I needed somebody to come in that has that strength to help me with my own personal power to say no, or hell no, or to get rid of some people who are in my circle that don't need to be.
What did you look out for, I guess, after your relationship with Louise, that you were like, I don't want to go through this again, or something that you're just more aware of while you were getting to know Kelly?
I've always been the type of chick that, like, even if I saw something, I kind of put it on the back burner, or I just let it go if it was that red flag, or like I've said before, a remote shade of pink. I didn't pay attention. I just let it go, because I thought, you know what? Everybody has trials and tribulations in relationships. Are you willing to look over it or get past it? And I think with Kelly, I'm more aware of my surrounding, myself, my consciousness. And I felt like if anything arose itself or reared its ugly head, which clearly happened during the show, I'm not scared to address it. I found my voice. I found my truth and my power and my speaking. And I wanted to be able to say, hey, what is this? Not because I automatically assume, because if you take things that happen to you from other relationships and just assume that your new person is automatically trying to find girls or cheating or talking to people, I mean, it would have been wrong for me to assume that, because based on the business that I'm in and the amount of men who come to me, if I was that person, then I would have to be that way against myself too, and be like dishonest, or say, hey, you know, I get jail mail, or I get phone calls, or I have guys stop in, send me gifts.
Yeah,
I'm more honest with that. And my intention is not to mislead any men, or not let a man that I'm seeing know that, hey, you know, there are other men that holler at me, but I'm not interested in them. And I think that when you have open dialogue and communication, ask those things. Whereas before, I just overlooked it, and it would build up inside of me to the point where I was sick, or felt bad, or felt depressed, or felt like I wasn't worthy, or I let those things affect me personally. And I'm just a different person now in that space.
But that's cool to see that you and Kelly remain grounded. What's one of your favorite things to do together, a date night or time with family, that make you both feel the most loved?
It's really kind of whatever is the spur of the moment thing. I think one of the most beautiful things about him that people don't really see or know about, because it's not our day to day, it's just part of our journey, right? I think people were not sure about his, you know, career path move, because they didn't feel like he was this big stoic Brooklynite, you know, that was a cop. That's because his underbelly is like this really cheeky, geeky, fun-loving, would dress up with me. I asked him if he would go to Renfest down here to Renaissance Festival, and he was like, absolutely. So he's very much into like historical romance and fun stuff, not to just diminish his street cred, because he certainly has that too, which is his, strong guy. And he's a Taurus. And Tauruses are known for being very stubborn. Mm-hmm. But that also realistic, because one of his favorite things to do is watch really fun, mindless TV, and he's into, you know, superheroes, and he's a Star Wars kind of guy. And no one knows that. So the fact that I don't have to always feel like I have to come up with something for him to do so that he's not bored, where I felt like that in my past, he's not bored with me. He's totally fine to chill on the couch, eat junk food, watch TV, and have sweet, good, loving family time. And that is incredible, because I don't feel like I've ever had that. I feel like I always had to be on or put on or do.
thank you so much.
Thank
I was
you.
so excited to talk to you. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.